about these crimes against the Kashmiri people. And that's why I stand with you tonight, because we need to raise the strongest voice in Australia, because at the moment our politicians have not spoken out. As you know so well, the Modi government has stripped the autonomy and the statehood away from Kashmir Jammu. This has never happened before in India to any state. The crimes clearly will be stepped up, and at this moment, and I know this very clearly because exactly a year ago I had the opportunity to go to Kashmir. I went to Azad Kashmir, to the line of control, and met people at the refugee camp, met families who have been divided for decades and decades, and heard their story, and came away with a very clear determination that we need to step up our voice for Kashmir's right to their own self-determination. And now the Indian government have taken it in another direction. I thought it was very important tonight to actually identify what is going on with the Modi government, because I find so few people in Australia understand the links that the Modi government, Narendra Modi himself and his Home Affairs Minister Amit Shah have with fascism. Like with the RSS, the organisation that the BJP party is linked to, that is a really troubling organisation. They take their inspiration from the black shirts, the Mussolini black shirts. And this is a country that our Prime Minister, Morrison, just fawns over because he wants to get more trade deals. But we have to bring the rights of the Kashmiris to the fore here, because there is real crimes being committed right now, and particularly we need to emphasise the gendered aspect of the crimes. When I was at the line of control and at refugee camps meeting women and hearing about their stories, I heard a term I'd never heard before, half-widows. I didn't know what that meant, but they explained to me it's where their husbands had disappeared and they were left on their own to look after the family, but they weren't widows. They had no idea what their circumstances were with regard to their loved one. But they're in this shocking situation. Thousands of women in that situation. Then there is the mass rapes, there is the abuse, and right now I've seen the advertisements for Indian men to go now with the change in Kashmir, that Indian men can go and get a Kashmiri girl. Absolute shame. And this is what I mean, the crimes that are being stepped up against the Kashmiri people is so alarming. The other aspect that we need to be aware of to get it across to Australians is the close links between Modi and Netanyahu. And we are seeing this in a very ugly way, that the Indian government is taking inspiration for its attacks on Kashmiri by learning how Netanyahu, and as the Zionists do, to the Palestinians. And again, shameful. By buying the weapons from the Israeli government, they advertise are field tested. Field tested means tested on Palestinians, and they now want to take it to test it on Kashmiris. Then there is the issue of the settlers. 600,000 settlers are taking over Palestinian land. And we know that that was already happening in Kashmir, moving in retired Indian army personnel and their families. And now, with the change to the constitution of Kashmir, change to the constitution of India, Kashmiri land can be sold. It will be so easy now to change the demographics, that this will allow them to speed up the takeover, the control of Kashmir, and just destroy the culture, the lives of so many Kashmiris. So again, to emphasise, I stand here with you with the strongest support to stand with Kashmir and to take I do thank you very warmly for the invitation to speak to you tonight, and I am keen to work with you. I'm working with a number of other communities so we can help bring the voice of Kashmir to Australia and put pressure on the decision makers here to stand with Kashmir and not allow the Indian exploitation and brutality to continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.